the Den, Daniel Warner, wants to invite the Dragons to invest in his University Party website. But will any of them RSVP to his idea? And remember, Daniel must get exactly what he asked for, or he walks away empty-handed.
Hello, Dragons. My name is Daniel Warner. I'm from Toronto. My company is CanadianStudentMarketing.com, and together we are going to build the CanadaParty.ca Network. I'm asking you today for $150,000 for only 10% of my company. Together we are going to turn it into the largest, most effective way of targeting socially active Canadians from the age of 14 to 40 years old. What do you own right now? I own CanadaParty.ca, UniversityParty.ca, CollegeParty.ca, HighSchoolParty.ca, StudentParty.ca. So we've essentially bought out a collective network of websites, all under the Party.ca branding, that, creates a fun. How can I make money? The way that you can make money is through e-commerce. Right now, students spend $12.7 billion per year on anything unrelated to academics. In terms of the advertising component, the current market in Canada is worth $1.01 billion.
Daniel wants an investment of $100,000 for a series of social networking websites. He believes that ad revenues and transaction fees from e-commerce on the site will make the Dragons rich.
Daniel, how long have you been in business? 2 years. Since I was at Western last year. What are your revenues? Low 100,000s right now. Per year? Per year so far.
Tell me what you charge them and how you determine how you're going to charge them.
Right now it's $4,016. We expect it to grow over the next number of years. And our profit margin is about 70% per client that we acquire.
Right. So you're currently making $100,000 a year. So that means, and you're netting $70,000 profit.
Approximately, yeah.
Daniel's got gorgeous girls, great margins, and growth. But is this mix seductive enough to get the Dragons to put out?
Do you own UniversityParty.com? We're in the process of purchasing that as well. Because once we perfect the Canadian model, we intend on going to... Who owns the domain name? It's a private company right now. Okay, there's the fundamental problem in the business model. Why can't a U.S. company that owns UniversityParty.com come to Canada and go to every university you're at? Well, currently the person that owns, or the entity that owns UniversityParty.com is one of those companies that just purchases domains through them. Yeah, I just don't understand why you spend all the money on marketing something you don't have the U.S. access to. That's the beauty of the Internet. It doesn't matter where you are. I invest in a lot of Internet businesses, and now more mobile businesses than ever. I'm always thinking, how do I get out of this thing when I go into it? I can't sell it to anybody because they'll say, where's the .com, .tv, .org, .uk, .swiss, whatever. You got to own all that. Focused Canadian brand right there. It's small. It works small. You have 3.7 million people to go after. That's not a small market. No. You've got the 1/10 of the real market where the real potential is. If this works, if this model works at U of T and it works at Western, it'll work at Utica. It'll work at BC in Boston. It'll work at Boston University. It's the same thing.
I see 100 different student-aimed marketing ideas a year. And they're all interesting, and they all consolidate content differently, and they all charge advertisers money. And I represent the advertisers, and I can tell you they're not going to give you the kind of dollars because you're not going to get the kind of reach that they require to get the kind of revenue that's going to make this an interesting investment idea.
Can we place a side bet on that?
You know what? I'd be happy to.
Small one.
I've been doing marketing for 25 years. Happy to have that.
And I'm very impressed. I've read up on you.
I'd be happy to have that step.
But you know what? I feel like we have a really great product. I obviously respect your opinion, but I think we're doing a great job so far. And I really think that the advertisers, you can make a generalization. I can make a generalization.
You're a little bit arrogant, and that sometimes you need to be a little bit arrogant, but be cautious about that arrogance.
I love arrogance, and I invest with lots of people because I want to make money. That's all I care about. That's why we're here, right?
Like-minded people attract each other.
But my big issue is defining Canadian markets and hoping that they on themselves can build a big enough franchise. It's never my plan. The Internet transcends borders. That's the whole leverage point. You're missing the leverage story. For that reason, I'm out. Daniel, we deal across the country and both in the U.S. and Canada. There's 100 of these companies down there. If you don't own all the extensions to this, you're in deep doo-doo. You're ever trying to get in there, and if they find you're doing something there, they're going to come at you and just squeeze you like you can't believe. I'm out. Long before I'd ever seen a bra and panty, I was in the computer industry. In fact, I was probably a pioneer. That shows how old I am. I'm just not sure of the marketing work, so I certainly won't invest.
Four dragons are out. Computer and software expert Robert Herjavec is Daniel's last hope for a deal.
Honestly, when you first came out, besides the obvious reasons, I was interested because I thought it was kind of cool. But you don't even own the .com. I mean, that is a showstopper for me. I'm out. Ladies, let's get out of here. Well, you can leave it later. How much a deal?
What did you think of Arlene's comment about you being arrogant?
I'm really not arrogant. I just wanted, I wanted to come across strong because I don't like to take crap.
I think he's very, very successful with or without dragons because he's got a good head on his shoulders and he's going to go for it no matter what.